The key thing to remember when we are adding rational numbers is that you've done all of these things before. You've just never done both of them at the same time. You've added and subtracted negative numbers. You've also added and subtracted fractions as well as mixed numbers. Now all we're going to do is do both of those at the same time. So here's your example. 1 and 1/6 plus negative 2. So to first of all think big picture, if it were just 1 plus negative 2, what would it be? Now if you said negative 1, you're correct. And now what we need to do is first convert these two mixed numbers into improper fractions. And the first thing to do, we'll start with the first one, is notice that 1 times 6 plus 1 makes 7, and that's the whole number times the denominator plus the numerator, and that creates 7. So that's going to be our new numerator. And for negative 2 and 1/3, we're going to do the same process. 2 times 3, that's the whole number times the denominator plus the numerator. 2 times 3 plus 1 is 7. And that leaves us with negative 7/3 because the 2 and 1/3 was negative, so we need to carry that over to our improper fraction as well. So looking at the bottom, what I did there was I changed the denominators, which if you're confused about how to find the common denominator, you need to watch the last puzzle we did where we had the Khan Academy and there was the guy with the all black screen writing in many different colors doing those fractions. So I'm not going to dwell on that too much today because you've already seen that ed puzzle with the getting the common denominators when he was adding fractions. So we changed 7/3 into 14/6, and they were both negative. So now we've done that. What we do for adding and subtracting is we go to the number line, and this is going to be a special number line where it's all by 1/6. Remember when we did the number line that went by tens? And we usually do the one that goes by ones. This one goes by 1/6. So you can see how over 6/6 there's a 1 because that's the same, it's equal to 1. And over the negative 6/6 there's a negative 1 because that's also equal to negative 1. So just like before, the first thing we do when we're adding the integers, same thing for the rational numbers. We just decide, looking at the 7/6, are we going to go left or are we going to go right for that? So since it's a positive number, we're going to go to the right all the way to the 7/6. Okay? It's the same as what we've been doing before, except it's by 1/6 for each increment instead of by ones, counting by ones. And now for adding a negative, which way do we go? Do we go left or do we go right? If you said we go to the left, you are correct. So that was going to the left 14/6. And that leaves us at negative 7/6. Now all we have to do is change this back to a mixed number. And again, this is all review. It's just putting all these different things into one problem. So 7 divided by 6, first of all, is going to be 1 with a remainder of 1. And we can do that since we're not changing it to a decimal. We are just changing it to a mixed number in this case. And we take that 1 that we got, and that becomes the larger number, the whole number. And then the remainder of 1 goes on top of the fraction as the numerator. And of course, all of this, we can't forget the whole time, was negative. So that's our final answer, is the negative 1 and 1/6. You might need to watch this many times to get it. That's okay.